Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. So today I wanted to start a new series in which I was helping out you guys if you're streaming on Twitch, whether this is your first day or if you've created a small community just as myself. My hope with this series is that one, you'll walk away as a better streamer, and two, ultimately you'll thrive on Twitch. And so today I wanted to talk to you guys about how to create a thriving community on Twitch, and just maybe the foundational ideas for that. So without further ado, let's jump in. So streaming on Twitch and growing a community on here, it's a long journey, okay? And the reason for that, right, and to take a step back and to look at any community, to grow a community, the reason why it takes so long, right, is because you're building actual friendships and relationships with people, and you're building trust with them, and you're building experiences with them, right? And all of that, right, takes moment after moment, and in a season of time in which you're getting to know one another. And so today, I wanted, right, to kind of look at the foundation of creating a community. And so obviously this will apply to, you streaming on Twitch, and it will apply to any area, in which you're a part of a community, or you're trying to create something, on another platform, hopefully. So, yeah, let me get started here. So I think, the first thing that's so important of creating a healthy community on Twitch is you yourself have to be inclusive. Okay. I built an illustration here. I'm not the best artist, okay? So not that this is really anything, but I hope that, let me see. I hope you can see this well. So this is what you don't want as a community, okay? And this is what you do want. Let me zoom in a little bit, okay? Not the best, as I said, but we'll get to it. So we'll start here, okay? And this is, right, what you don't want. And okay, so here's you as the streamer, okay? And then here is your community. And the lines represent your connection, okay? And I've only really seen this play out. I'm going to set this down for now. I've only really seen this play out for, one other area of my life, in which I was the best man at a wedding, and every one of the groomsmen was connected, right, to the groom, but we didn't know one another in real life because we were in all parts of the country and from different aspects of his life. And so not that it was a bad thing at all for for being supportive of the wedding, but if you're trying to create a community, right, the last thing that you want, right, is this, where if you think about yourself sitting in a circle of friends, right, and just imagine you're in a circle of friends and everyone is just asking you questions and they're just talking to you, but they're not talking to one another, right? It's kind of weird, right? Like if you can just imagine that, it's a weird scenario. But a lot of times, right, if you don't know how to facilitate and be inclusive, right, for everyone who's coming into your Twitch chat, it can be really difficult to have everyone, over time, right, because this takes time. It can be really difficult for everyone to get to know one another, okay? So the last thing you want, right, is this. But because, creating a community takes time, right here, this is what you want, okay? And, this will take months to years, right? If you're trying to create a healthy environment. And what this is, I could have made more lines, but, the lines still represent your connection point. What that is, right, is that you're one of these circles, okay? And everyone is like interconnected with one another, right? And so, like, again, you're sitting with your circle of friends. A thriving, healthy community would look like everyone is having a conversation with one another, right? And there's no lopsided part of the friendship in which, you know, there's a, a vast amount of your friends that aren't talking to one another. And so on Twitch, so let's get back to Twitch. If you're streaming, right, and you're trying to create something that's a healthy environment, you yourself want to be inclusive. And how you do this, right, is you started asking open-ended questions to the people that are coming in your chat, right? You get to know them, right? If you want these people to continue to come back, right, and to be part of the community, obviously you would want them to be your friends, and you would, right, like to get to know them. So obviously you need to be asking them questions and open-ended questions about their life and who they are, and or even like if you're not comfortable with that right at the get-go, right, asking questions about the game and what brought them in, you know, things like that, in which you're building trust and you're building a relationship with them, right? And the more and more people come into your chat, right, and you get to know them, maybe there's something that you know about two people in your chat that's a connecting point for them, right? So maybe they share a similar passion, or they work in a similar environment, or etc. You know, there's some connecting point in their life. You can facilitate that and bring them in together, right? So that they begin talking to one another. So, you know, whatever game you're streaming, if you want to do this right, you really want your Twitch chat to be your ultimate focus, and you want to be able to, you know, as every day that you stream, you want to have it to create a goal in which you're getting to know the people that are coming into your chat, and you're being really intentional of who they are, right? And if you've ever, you know, been, and this is a sad truth, but this happens to a lot of people, right? But if you've ever been part of a community that you have felt like an outsider, it really sucks. Okay. So, you know, and this applies to Twitch too. So like, you know, it's horrible feeling like you're on the outside of the conversation, that you're not included, you're not seen, you're not heard. All of that is just, it's, you know, it just blatantly, it just sucks, right? And if you're tuning in into someone's stream for the first time and no one says hello to you, and the streamer, you know, if you say hello to them and they don't acknowledge you, you know, what is going to make them stay in your stream, right? Because so many of us, right, we want connections, we want friendships, we want to be seen and heard, right? And all of that's, right, being included and being part of something. You as a streamer have to be able to facilitate that to the best of your ability, and to include people, right, amongst one another. Okay, so that's, I think, something right there, right, that's just like the big portion of creating any community and being part of any healthy community. There needs to be inclusivity. And then I would say the second thing, you know, just for the time span of this video, I can't get into everything of creating a healthy community, but I would say the second thing is maybe a set of rules, right? And I think any friend group or people have this, whether it's spoken or unspoken, but for specifically Twitch, you know, you can literally have a set of rules, and most streamers do, where there are certain things that you are not allowed to do or say in their stream, and that's perfectly normal, right? I think that's it's good to have boundaries, and it's good to have set rules in which people understand who you are as a person. Okay, so to have a healthy community, right, people need to see you for who you are, right, and what you like and dislike. I mean, it's you would have to be, right, it would be so difficult for you as a streamer to have someone in your chat who is saying something that is completely repulsive to you day in and day out, and you not to say anything, right? Like, it'd be very difficult to have a relationship with that person and to get to know them when they don't understand from what they're doing is repulsive to you. So you want to be, right, you want to be transparent as you stream, right, of who you are, what you like and what you dislike. And I think that creates a comfort for people in which they know where they stand with you, and they know, you know, certain things that are probably off limits to say. And I think, you know, then there isn't on their end a guessing work of what jokes that they can crack and what jokes that they can't. And this is going to be different for each of us, right? Each of us, why I'm being general on this is that each of us are different, right? We have different values as people. And so whatever it is for you, right, just be transparent with who you are. And that way that there's a clear understanding and a boundaries into which your chat knows. Okay. And that can create comfort and so people don't feel weird when they say something out of line. And then you know, from there you can create a healthy community, and there's a longevity to that, right? Like people, you know, if they have the same values as you and they respect you standing firm in who you are, a lot of people respect that, even if they maybe not disagree, you know, or maybe if they disagree with you. I think you know, a lot of people still respect that if you're standing firm in who you are, you know, they know where they stand. So I would say those are two really important, you know, aspects to creating any healthy, strong community. And you know, I hope really you learned something in this, and I hope that you can take away your stream. If you guys have any questions and you want to talk about this further, I stream on Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. on Eastern time. And you know, I hope to see you there. I hope that, you know, you can join our community and be part of these conversations. There's a lot to be said here. And in the next video, I'll kind of get into the practical steps of how to grow on Twitch and what to do and what not to do. But from now, you know, I think this is good, I hope. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.